Now then, this is my first battle against a person who I have no idea who he is. I think his name on the actual battle was TODD, so I'm going to call him TODD, but this is my first, as I've said, this is my first battle, which is going to be fun. So I was actually at my mate's when I did this battle, so it was pretty funny. I was just sat there laughing with him, so it was pretty good. So I'm going to lead off with my tank merch, which is my Deoxys defense, and he's going to lead off with Porygon 2, and he's just going to get his trace, which is pressure, which is, I'm not too bothered about. So I'm going to switch out, go into Swampert to try and get my Stealth Rocks up, and he goes for the Zap Cannon, but it doesn't affect Swampert because Swampert is an absolute boss. So he switched out to Gallade. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks because I haven't had a lot of experience, I'm not that good, so hazards really help. But he goes for the Hypnosis and it hits, which is really annoying. So then he's going to switch out, go to his Machamp, and I think I stay in. No, I switch and I go back out to Deoxys defense, as Deoxys can take a shitload of defense because he's a bulky ass bitch. Why'd I say that? I sound like, oh my god. Yeah, so he's a bulky ass bitch, so he's gonna go for the Dynamic Punch. I'm gonna take it like an absolute boss, but I do become confused, which is stupid. And I've realised in my most recent videos, this is just saying something, that I'm trying to sound like people who have influenced me. I've been trying to sound like Hayden recently. He was like the main person who got me into Wi-Fi battling and Pokemon commentary, so I'm trying to be myself, which is good. Right, so I break for the Confusion, go for the Toxic, and I went for the Toxic the first time, but he has a Lumberry, which is just weird. But yeah, I get the Toxic off, and then he goes for a Bulk Up, and then the second turn, I'm not sure what I go for, but I hurt myself in Confusion, and he goes for the Payback, and it does loads, but I live with 11 HP, which is just amazing. You'll see in this battle how much I survive on low HP. It's just epic. So then I'm going to snap out of Confusion. I'm going to go for the Recover, just to try and stall this Machamp out as much as possible, as it is quite a big threat to some of my less defensive Pokemon. And he's either predicting the switch, or somehow he magically predicted that I would snap out of Confusion. So he goes to Dynamic Punch and I get confused again, which is just stupid. So I switch out now, and I think I go out back into... No, what do I go... Yeah, I go out to my Flygon, which is Fatgon. See what I did there? See what I did there? Yeah. Yeah, you see what I did there. So he's going to go for another Payback, trying to finish off my Deoxys defense. And Flygon takes it quite well. Since I'm banded though, I'm trying to stall him out here, so I'm just gonna go for the U-turn, and I'm gonna send back out Deoxys defense because I don't really need this thing anymore. It's taking care of the Machamp pretty much. So he goes for another Dynamic Punch, and I live with 26 HP, but he gets to Confuse, which is just stupid, like 3 times. I'm not sure if it's 100% Confusion. If it is, I'm going to look like an absolute idiot, but whatever. I don't know too much about this. But the Poison finally kills him, and now he's going to go out into his Porygon 2, just to finish off my Deoxys. So he gets a pressure, and then he's exerting it, whatever. So I'm confused, I hit myself, but I still survive, and then he's just going to finish me off with a Blizzard. I'm not sure why he goes for Blizzard though, because it's just not worth it, surely. I mean, if it would have missed, it'd just been rubbish. So I'm going to go out to my Rotom Heatmar Burger, because it's a fucking burger, look at it. It's just awesome. So he's going to switch out to Golem, which I didn't want him to really switch to, but I'm I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp to cripple it. But he has another berry. He has a Raspberry. So I'm just like, what? So I'm going to switch out, go into my Roserade, Top Vagina, which is ironically a male. But then he's going to go out to his Porygon 2. And I'm not watching this back. I'm not sure why I didn't switch, because I knew he had the Blizzard, and the Sleep Powder isn't 100% accurate. It doesn't hit that much, but it does hit, and then he's going to switch out, go into his Gardevoir. I'm going to say Gardevoir. And I don't know why he has Gallade and Gardevoir on the same team, it's stupid, but it gives me a chance to get my Toxic Spikes, and then I'm going to switch out, go into not 2, but my Mew. See what I did there? Not 2, but a Mew, and it's blue. Because I wasn't sure what kind of set he was running on this, but since Mew resists Psychic, I thought he would only have Psychic moves, but I didn't predict him to have the Shadow Ball, which is... I was so annoyed now, because I was just like, oh shit, see you later, Mew. So, I'm not sure what the score is now. I think it's 5-all. Because when I was doing this, I was talking to my mate quite a bit, and I wasn't really paying too much attention on the battle, and he was playing Swords and Sandals too, which is an absolutely amazing game. I'm going to put a link in the description to it. You should try and check it out. I might make a video on it. So, because I don't really need Swampert anymore, I'm just going to send it out, trying to stall this Gardevoir because it has Life Orb. Since I don't need it anymore, it's just I'm following out so I can get a free switch into something else and either finish it off or it would be finished off already. But I wake up and I go for the Ice Beam and it does like nothing. I'm just like, oh my god. You can see that I'm not very good because I'm not sure what move to use or whatever. But I'm going to switch out for some reason, go to Flygon, and then he finishes off my Flygon, which I really didn't want to happen. Flygon is useful in this stage. Oh no, it was 5-4, but now it's 5. I don't know. It's like 5-3 or 4-3. But then I send him. It still didn't die from Life Orb damage. So I'm gonna have to send that Swampert again, and then that dies. But finally the Gardevoir dies. So I've only got 2 Pokemon left now. So he's gonna go into his Golem. I've got my Roam Heat and my Roserade left. So I'm gonna go into Roserade, as I do have the Leaf Storm, and I just want to try and get this Golem out of the way because it is quite a big threat to my Roam Heat, which is very useful. So I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm, and it does a huge chunk of damage, not surprisingly, of course. Oh, sorry, it didn't do a huge chunk of damage, it KO'd it. But I do get the -2 special attack, which is, I'm not sure. Then he goes out to his Gallade, and I'm going to go for the Toxic Spikes game, but I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb. And I get a crit, which even with my experience, I knew that mattered, and he's probably been like smacking his mum in the face right there. Nah, but yeah, that was bad for him. I had more hacks than him in this game, I suppose, because I had the Poison Spikes and the surviving at low HP. So he chases my Natural Cure. I'm just going to go for Leaf Storm. I forgot about the -2 special attack because I thought I was going to kill. And I was like, as soon as I pressed it, I was like, oh yeah. But he's going to go for the Blizzard. And guess what? I live with 14 HP. So I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb just to finish off this thing. But with the -4 special attack, it doesn't kill it. So I'm just sat here. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose this because I've only got my final Pokemon left, which is my Rotom Heat. But I thought he had like 2 or 3 Pokemon left, but I didn't realise that he only had his Absol left. So I'm just like, so the Absol is poisoned, and stabbed and stuff. So I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt, and it does a huge chunk of damage. I was so pleased. I was like, yes. But he's gonna go for the Swords Dance, which really isn't gonna help him now. Just raising his attack. I mean, then the poison doesn't kill him off. But I knew I was fasting. Just gonna go for the Thunderbolt, and that is good game to me. My first ever game and a win. When I won my first ever commentary. So make sure you check out Swords and Sandals, and I'll see y'all later.